How's it going, guys? And welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're going to be playing some historic vampire tribal. I call this one Sanctum Dusk. But before we get into it, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, one last thing I'd like to say for all of my new followers or subscribers on either Twitch or YouTube. Once you have followed or subscribed, just reach out to me in the chat or the comments. Say something like, hey, I just subscribed. And I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that. So let's hop into it. So on the 1-drops, we have the full play set of Knight of the Ebon Legion. He's a 1/2, and we can activate his ability, and he gets +3/+3 and gains Death Touch until the end of turn. And then at the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Knight of the Ebon Legion. Running 2 copies of Malakir Rebirth or Malakir Mire. It can either enter the battlefield tapped and produce black mana, or at instant speed we can choose target creature, lose 2 life, and until the end of turn that creature gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Onto the 2-drops, we're running the full play set of Adanto Vanguard. He's a 1/1, and as long as he's attacking, he gets +2/+0, and then we can pay 4 life at any time, and he gains indestructible. Running the full play set of Gifted Aetherborn. He's a 2/3 Death Touch lifelinker. Running the full play set of Legion Lieutenant. He's a 2/2. It says other vampires you control get +1/+1. On to the 3-drops, we have 1 copy of Mavren, Fein, Dusk Apostle. He's a 2/2, and whenever 1 or more non-token vampires you control attack, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. Running 2 copies of Silver Smote Ghoul. He's a 3/1, and at the beginning of our end step, if we gain 3 or more life, we can return him to the from the graveyard to the battlefield tapped, and then we can pay 2 and sacrifice him at any time and draw a card. Running 4 copies of Sorin Imperious Bloodlord. He comes in at 4 loyalty, and his first +1 ability says target creature you control gains Death Touch and lifelink until the end of turn, and if it's a vampire, put a +1/+1 counter on it. His second +1 ability, you may sacrifice a vampire, and when you do, Sorin Imperious Bloodlord deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. And then his -3, you may put a vampire creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. 3 copies of Vito, Thorn of the Dusk. He's a 1/3, and it says whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. And then we can activate his ability later on, and creatures you control gain lifelink until the end of turn. Running 1 copy of Nighthawk Scavenger. He's a 1+*3 with flying, death touch, and lifelink, and his power is equal to +1 and the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyard. Running 3 copies of Phyrexian Arena. It's an enchantment that says at the beginning of our upkeep, we draw a card and lose 1 life. Running 2 copies of Indulging Patrician. She's a 1/4 with flying and lifelink, and at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, each opponent loses 3 life. Onto the top end, we have 3 copies of Sanctum Seeker. She's a 3/4, and whenever a vampire you control attacks, each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. And then finally, 1 copy of Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord. Comes in at 4 loyalty, and his static ability says, as long as it's your turn, creatures and planeswalkers you control have lifelink. His +2 ability says Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. And then his -X is return target creature card with converted mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature is a vampire in addition to its other types. Let's briefly talk about the mana base. Shows 6 swamps, 4 Grimclimb or Brightclimb Pathways, 4 Godless Shrines, 4 Isolated Chapels, and 4 Temple of Silence. So this deck is pretty straightforward. This is a low to the ground vampire tribal deck. We're trying to smash face early with our 1 and 2-drops. Adanto Vanguard is nice protection against board wipes since we can give him indestructible. Legion Lieutenant kind of ties our early game and late game together by pumping all of our creatures. Gifted Aetherborn is an amazing card for 2. We get a 2/3 with that Death Touch and lifelink. The 3-drops, Sorin pulls the whole deck together by being able to pump our vampires and give them Death Touch and lifelink until the end of turn, so we can hopefully block some more dangerous creatures. Or we can sacrifice a vampire, possibly the Silver Smote, or maybe some tokens that are made from Mavren to deal 3 damage to any target and gain 3 life. And then we can also put bigger creatures, so say turn 3 we play Sorin and we have maybe a Sanctum Seeker or some other card that costs 3, we can put that card onto the battlefield. Vito also combos with all the life link that we have in this deck. Nighthawk Scavenger is just a great card for 3, the flying, the death touch, the life link. I added Phyrexian Arena to help us not run out of gas, especially if we're playing a controlled deck, and the losing 1 life aspect shouldn't be a problem since we should be able to gain a lot of life in this deck. 2 copies of Indulging Patrician to just keep that ping damage going. Another 1/4 flying lifelink is a nice fat body for 3. And then Sanctum Seeker is also another combo piece. And this is whenever any vampire. So each vampire that's attacking, they lose 1 life, we gain 1 life. And then Sorin is our last-ditch effort to get any creatures that we somehow couldn't get back or that died earlier in the game. Yeah, so that's the deck. Pretty straightforward. We have a 2.5 converted mana cost running 28 creatures and 22 lands. Technically, we have 24. So let's hop into some games. Let's see how we do. Thank you guys so much for watching. Malakir SC. Okay. So we got a nice 2-lander here. No 1-drop, but we do have our Phyrexian Arena. We have a couple of 2-drops. We'll keep this. We'll lead off with the Godless Shrine, of course. Ooh. Could it be mono red? I think we just drop out this Adanto Vanguard. Does he shock before our turn? I think I want to something. Next turn we can play our Gifted Aetherborn. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, electrostatic field does 1 damage to each creature. Cool. Smack the face. I don't think he's gonna block. And then next turn we'll get our Gifted Aetherborn out there. I think we'll wait to play Arena last since obviously we're gonna be taking a lot of damage. Lightning Strike. That's fine. Gifted Aetherborn is nice. This one. We'll have another spell. So this is like a, looks like kind of like a traditional mono red, except for splashing electrostatic field as an early blocker. Okay. Okay, man. Run out of cards. Play another one. It's not a big deal. Don't need any more land. Throw you out. And the pass. I'll hold up the Adanto for our Vashino Pyromancer. Electrostatic field, cool. And another Pyromancer. Alright. Oh, he will. You know he has 3 points of defense? Yeah. I was gonna say that was a little bit scary. Alright, Legion Lieutenant. like to see if he double blocks here. If he does, we'll kill them both. Cool. I do not mind that trade at all. That is perfect. For the life, face, and we're even. Now, considering my opponent only has 2 cards left, okay. Looks like we'll be forced to play this. Ooh, Magmatic Chandler. This is a different variation. Indulging Patrician is nice. It's fine, we'll wait till next turn because we can Vito and probably just kill him. I don't think he can do 13 damage, so I'll be interested to see what he does here. Yes. I will take the 4. Cool. Now I'll gain some life. For sure. We got some tricks up our sleeve too, my friend. Alright, let's... Got him. It's always a happy day when you beat mono red, right? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I feel like we're playing some hyper aggressive decks, so maybe I need to slot in some. Nah, just keep playing. Make some changes if we lose a couple. Tarzan, my man. Alright. So we have a 3-lander, technically a 4-lander. Legion's Lieutenant, Phyrexian Arena. We'll keep this. Temple of Silence. Another Sorin, don't think we need that. Bottom him. Looking for some action. Oh, dinosaur. Disgusting. Let's drop him here. Feels bad. Hopefully it doesn't have a Marauding Raptor. Turn 2. Although technically he should play. Okay, so he's digging. He's digging. We got one more turn. Oh no, he couldn't stick like that. Okay. Wow.
I'm out to nothing beyond my own obligations.
So he's ramping hard. Kill the raptor, I guess. I think he's already got enough set up. Wow. And Inscription of Abundance. Yeah, he's definitely dead.
This is not
Okay.
my final
Well.
demise.
Way out.
I have not survived millennia to stand down now. I desired many
Pass.
warriors.
I think we will cut one Phyrexian, we'll cut one Sorin. And then maybe... Alright, well, what other dominated there? What can you do? What can you do? Alright. So let's check this out here. Dex, Sanctum. Let's cut. How good is Silver Smote? Let's cut both of them. And let's cut one Arena. And put in Deathly Flame. Where is she? Okay. Don't want to go too low on the lands because we want to be able to curve out. Let's cut one Malakir and add one more vampire. Okay. Let's try this. Let's try this out. Spitting Slug. So we've got a 1-drop, 2 2-drops, a Sorin into a Vito. We'll keep this. We'll play out our temple first. Disgusting. Sorin. Or Adanto. Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and get out something. See if we can get some removal out of our opponent's hand. Okay, so this is another crazy deck. Discard. Mono black discard. And one of my favorite decks to play against. Inscription of Ruin. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess you can have Vito and the Malakir. The Malakir comes into play tap anyways. Okay. So play out you. Phyrexian Arena is going to be nice to deck. Blocks the vampire. Cool. 4. Even if we discard the Aetherborn, this is the card we want. Where we're at. Okay. Cool. Well, have fun with that Phyrexian Arena, my friends. I'm not going to attack in. Ugh, and a Hypnotic Spectre. Disgusting. think I can take it. Go in with the Adanto. Gabrielle. Cool. We need to draw into Sorin. Tapped. I want to wait and see what this last card is, and then we'll see. We have 5 land available, so we could possibly make a comeback. That's nice. Oh. Take out you. That's a lot of damage. Guess we get rid of him first. Okay. We gotta do something. Got quite a bit of damage on the board. He does have 5. He could have a Shadow's Verdict, which would be disgusting. Got him. Yeah, that's quite an annoying deck. Quite an annoying. Might put one of those together. Yeah, I'm that kind of guy where, you know, if I play against a deck that I really hate, inspires me to play it against other people to spread the hate. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, let's keep it going. Sir Komarov. Sir Komarov. Alright, so I'm playing a Yori deck. Ugh. You know, let's oh, the thing is, these Brightclimbs, man, it's not considered an island or a swamp, so if I play this turn 1, then this is going to come into play. I think we'll keep this. We'll drop the Isolated Chapel first. A deck like this, we definitely want to try and get under. And maybe I should have. Ooh, green red Yori. That's weird. I won't have this enter tapped. Play out our notes, and then we'll. I think maybe the play is Sorin and then drop the Sanctum. Timor Urian? Never heard of that. Alright, so we'll play this. Play out Sorin. We will put a Sanctum Seeker onto the battlefield.
Grows stronger.
Okay. I don't think he's going to be blocking. There's so many different versions of Yorion, you never know.
Curse your bloodline.
Oh. Oh, it's an Omnath deck. Of course it is. Okay, cool. Well, let's play you. And yeah, we just go in with both of you. Don't think he wants to block. Cool. Found him. Down to 5, man. might be dead. Okay. So sacks 1. Does 2 damage to... That's not enough. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. So we'll play out the Gifted. And we'll attack the base. Hold this up. Cool. But unless you can gain life... So this is Yori on Elementals. Yori on Timor Elementals. Yeah, just keep going, man. It's not good enough. Nice. Got him. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's hop into another one. U. Alright. So we got a 3-lander here. Got a Mavren. Always love to see this card. It's so jank. Yeah, I mean, I think we keep this. We'll drop the Temple first. We can lead off into our Adanto. And probably play our Gifted. And then I think the right move would be Mavren, then Vito. Are we interested in another land right now? I think we're good on that. Surely in 2 lands, or I'm sorry, 2 turns, we should draw into another land. Ooh. Could be anything. Duress. Nice. Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and get out the Adanto. If we don't have any like compound fractures or disfigures. That would be a coincidence, right? Let's see what he plays here. Hateful Idol. Okay, that could be a problem. He has a dead weight. Oh, no dead weight. Cool. Huh. Well, what's the move here? Play you tap, let's get out the Gifted. And let's just go base. that's only dead weight. I'm good. Come on in for that 1 damage. Spawn. Well, I think you play out the Legion, and I think we just keep going face. I'll trade with that, sure. Yep. All right. I feel like if he had removal, he would have used it. Maybe I'm wrong there. Oh, Treacherous Blessing. Okay, he's going to be losing some life. Let's see what he's got. Alright, cool. Could be setting himself up for a... it's very low to the ground. It could be a... called the Death Dweller. So we can't block that. I always wondered why it like pauses, like we have something, or they'll find something. Well, I think what we do, play out Sorin,
Defeating you
play
will not be pleasure.
Mavren.
Nor pain.
Okay.
I desired many
We
warriors.
attack with you. Yeah, we'll just save the chump block. I mean, he's got to get rid of my board. Sure. So that tells me that he's going to be bringing it back very soon. Opponent is taking some damage. Could have a Ritual of Soot, maybe? Could have a Shadow's Verdict. Oh, Vito, nice. Oh, you don't have enough to add. What kind of deck is this? Anti-passes. Well, what we're going to do, we are going to plus you.
I bestow a
We're
mighty
going to
curse.
play Vito ourselves. And we're going to go with you, and with you, and with you. Yep. Who wants to trade? And that's... Yep. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna give him indestructibles. Okay. And Vito for the win. Wall, let's see what you got. And then he's dead next turn to Spawn of Mayhem. Nice. Gotta love that spawn when you kill yourself. Looked like he was just playing a pile of cards there. He had some good cards, but I think that he... anytime I win, I have fun. Love it. I think we got time for one more. No experience required. Tammy. That makes me nervous. Okay. This seems kind of slow, but I guess we'll keep it. We'll start off with the temple. Roger, I'm sorry. Let's put that at the temple. Adanto's nice against the doesn't appear to be a Yuri on deck, but that doesn't mean it isn't. Okay. I think we got to get something going, so we're gonna shop in here. We'll get out the Adanto. See if we can coax any removal out of here. Disgusting.
Your weapon won't help you win.
Okay.
Now it's my turn.
Yeah. Let's see this is this.
I amount to nothing. No obligations.
This.
Join my crusade.
I guess we just go face, right? Could be in trouble here. This could be the Gideon.
It's time to give up.
Yeah, Wrath of God. Okay, well, we'll do that. But he left. He left one alive, which was a mistake. Vito is nice. We will kill the Gideon because we don't need him having any Gideons.
I have let all of you down.
Cool. Wrath of God. If we can get another board wipe out of his hand, that would be perfect. Yeah. Do you not see this card? I guess he doesn't. So that's 2 board wipes. Does he have another? Let's play you and you. We'll save back Vito. We will put a counter.
This is but a taste of my power.
Cool. If he's not running counter spells, I think we're gonna be okay. Now we could have enchantment removal. Got him. Alright, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I needed to play something a little bit more competitive today since we got our ass whooped yesterday with the Glitter Storm enchantment deck. However, I'm not going to give up on that deck just quite yet. I want to take that list, I want to bring it into Historic so I can use Historic lands, and I think that will make the deck flow much better and much faster, which is I think what our problem was yesterday. But yeah, so you'll probably see that deck come back as a Historic deck in the next several episodes, but we'll leave it at that. I just want to say one more time, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And lastly, if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget, if you're going to be a new follower or subscriber on either my Twitch or YouTube channels, once you do, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment, say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you guys can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.